Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League Premier Court games can be viewed on YouTube at WPYBL and Battleline Films. View more video content from each tournament on the channels and visit WPYBL.com to order your individual and team highlight films from the season, official Premier League clothing, tournament information, and more.
To know which one of you is going to fix this.
Everything was fine until the electrician got here.
I had everything under control until the plumber showed up.
Oh, hey, babe. You need anything?
Just go upstairs, Ed.
Call Cardinal today for professional service you can count on.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us here over at the high school here. Have what should be a great game here between these two sixth grade teams over at Fort Atkinson, and we've got Edgewood Crusaders taking on Fond du Lac, the Cardinals over there. We just got the numbers matched up with some names here, so got to kind of fly by the seat of your pants once in a while when you do games here. But we are ready to play. Fond du Lac, of course, in the dark red uniforms, and the white uniforms will be the Crusaders, and it starts out with a turnover on the sixth grade teams here against sixth grade basketball here at Fort Atkinson High School. Got a triple overtime game. We've had a double overtime game we just got done with Wisconsin Lutheran and Holman going at it, Holman winning that ball game in double overtime. So sixth grade basketball three-point shot is up, and it is good for Fond du Lac's Jackson Octor. We are underway. Crusaders with the basketball. Fond du Lac with the lead now, 2-0. Don't have it up on the board yet. Three-point shot on the way, and that's going to come up well short. And Fond du Lac getting the rebound. It's Jackson Voges with the rebound. Fond du Lac running the court really well and can't quite get the shot in the other end, but they got it there in time. 3-0. Fond du Lac in this ball game, but Crusaders with the ball. Boy, Fond du Lac had a nice chance to take another nice little lead in this game. And to get it inside, putting it in. Nice quick shot there. Good look by Jackson Baker. Gets a pass inside, and he knew what to do with it as soon as he got it. Put it up right towards the rim and in. This is Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League action here at Fort Atkinson High School. This shot from downtown. I'm Steve Witterhack, and we've got Battle Line Films bringing all the great video that you're going to see from this. Been a good day. I've done 3 games already. We've done, I think, 9 games already today. This is the 10th game here on the Premier Buckets court. That's the one court that we do have, video cameras and doing some play-by-play for it. We'd like to do that. Maybe as this whole thing grows in this first year of the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League, and maybe they'll even have some more courts that'll have camera coverage too. Great showcase for the elite basketball programs in the state from 4th grade to 8th grade, and they're doing a great job. Great job with this and really getting this out here and getting all the best players in the state at these different age levels together. And I mean, they've really done it too, because I've seen nothing but great teams that have been playing here, all the age levels from 4th grade up to 8th grade, and they do a excellent job with it. Mike Now and Dan Damask and also Dave Richter. Well, scoop shot inside for Fond du Lac. That one is no good. Missed there by Jaden Vasquez. I do remember the Fond du Lac team and the coaches from this team. I know one of the coaches for Fond du Lac actually works over at SSM Hospital by my wife over there, so familiar people around here, and I do remember this team, at least the Fond du Lac team, playing over at Port Washington just a few weeks ago. Here's a 3-point shot straight away, rims out, no good on the shot by Jackson Bogues. We're heading the other way. Edgewood with the basketball. Elijah Tenney with it. Now 3-point shot put up by Lucas Sanders, no good, but put back also no good, and finally goes in. Nice job of the big guy inside. Jackson Baker gets it. Got all the points so far for Edgewood. Kind of an awkward looking shot by the free throw line. Ball still kept alive, but missing and chasing down the long rebound is Lucas Sanders. Edgewood with a 6-3 lead. They're going to get it inside again, and pretty physical play here for a 6th grade basketball game. And that is a 3-point bucket from the corner, and that is good from Elijah Tenney. Just the body size and what happens in 2 years with these young people's bodies, because the team that we saw, the 2 teams out here before, 8th graders, and they look like they were all high school players out there, and now you got just 2 years difference. There's so much change that happens during that time. Nice little drive there by Fond du Lac's Brady Nelson. He goes up, gets it to go, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot one. It's definitely a growing time in the young players' lives, going from the 4th grade teams that we've seen out here with some really small players out there. We're surprised they can get it up to the rim, but they certainly can. Free throw is no good. And getting the rebound was Kyler Duncan of the Crusaders. A few of the other age Edgewood teams here, so they're well represented in the Premier League. And a nice job again. He has a load in there. Jackson Baker misses the shot, gets it, and as he's fading away and then gets knocked over, he puts it up and in and goes to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. Well, you can tell that already, Mr. Baker, a very gifted athlete out there, a pretty strong kid already for a 6th grader. Free throw rims out, no good. And Crusaders get it back, though, at the end of it. 10:09 left. And I try to tell you, they're not afraid to play physical down to the 6th grade level either. This guy's body's on the floor. Off to the races now, heading the other way for Jaden Vasquez, but pull it out now to reset. They get it inside, about a 5-footer. That is blocked over on that side, and Fond du Lac's going to give it up, I would think, after the missed shot. That should be Crusader basketball, and it is. We'll let you know that the next gathering of all these great players in the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League will be coming up 2 weeks from today on the 24th over at Hortonville and at De Pere. Some of the venues over there, a steal for Fond du Lac, and then timeout taken by the coach before they tied it up. Back after this timeout at Fort Atkinson High School.
Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League Premier Court games can be viewed on YouTube at WPYBL and Battleline Films. View more video content from each tournament on the channels and visit WPYBL.com to order your individual and team highlight films from the season, official Premier League clothing, tournament information, and more.
Back to sixth grade basketball here. All part of the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League. It's 11-5 in favor of the Crusaders over Fond du Lac. And getting in trouble in the lane is Fond du Lac's Jaden Vasquez, and he's pivoting there for a while, ended up dragging his pivot foot, gets called for the travel. Crusaders get it back, 11-5 their lead over Fond du Lac. Most of the damage done from Jackson Baker. He's got 8 points in the ball game. Crusaders try to get it in, but they tip the pass. Fondy does, and Crusaders, the Cardinals, I should say, come up with it. A little trouble trying to get it over half court, but here we go. Fondy with the basketball. Then they're going to be a tie-up. Nice job by Jackson Baker again. He's everywhere, not just under the basket. He's way out in the perimeter, and he runs out there and ties up that basketball. Possession arrow pointing towards Fond du Lac. So Fond du Lac with the basketball, down by 6, 11-5. 3-point shot on the way. That is no good on the shot attempt. Oh, scramble for the ball. Looks like it'll be another tie-up. This time it should be the Crusaders basketball. Hey, you look, I can see across the court. You can see the 8th grade team way over on the other side of the court. And I mean, it's noticeable difference between how big kids are in 6th grade. There's some big 6th graders too, but overall, there's going to be a lot of growing going on the next couple of years. Missed shot inside, then another scramble, and that's another thing with younger basketball. You get a lot of tie-ups. The Fond du Lac gets the ball back. They trail by 6, 11-5, 8:30 and counting down in the first half. Dawson Giesland with it, hands it off to his teammate Grayson Dealer. And 3-point shot is up and no good. The ball loose, and Fond du Lac chases it down. Jackson Octor with the basketball. There's Grayson with it. Nice little pass and a nice cut to the basket, and count the basket. Nice job. A nice cut by Dawson Giesland. Just head down and a nice handoff to him to finish that one. He finishes, gets fouled, puts it in. And one free throw for Giesland. Dawson's free throw off the backboard and in. He's got 3 points in the ball game. Has his team within 3 points now, 11-8. Good aggressive teams out here. Going at it toe-to-toe at Fort Atkinson High School. Shot from the corner, that's a little too strong, and saved now. A battle for the basketball again, and who's it off from? Yeah, it looked like that's the right call. Acker looked like he kind of was flipping his hands back and probably knocked that out of bounds. The Crusaders could retain possession of the basketball. They got a 3-point lead, 11-8. And nice inbounds play, and they get it into their player Elijah Tenney, who gets it. Goes right to the hole with it and gets it in, and now a ball loose, and this one looks like it's going to be off from Red. Nice job on the hustle on that one, and hit it off a Fond du Lac player. 13-8, Crusaders have the ball and the lead in this game. To the right side, hesitating, going along the baseline, and great body control on that one. That should be Fond du Lac basketball. No, so Cardinals down by 5, 13-8. Will inbound the ball on the baseline for the Crusaders. And here we go, Fond du Lac with the ball. Only down by 5, 13-8. 7 minutes left and counting down here in the first half of play. Little gap opened up, and why not? Jaden Basco says, I'll go if you're going to part the Red Seas for me right there. I'll take that, and he puts it in. Nice finish on that shot. Little spin move outside the lane, and no good on that shot by Sanders. Vasquez looks like he's going to pick up a foul. 13-10, just a 3-point lead now for the Edgewood Crusaders. Fond du Lac takes it away. Bringing it up is Dawson Giesland. Vasquez with it. Crossover dribble spin move in the lane and back out on top. 3-point shot is up and no good on the shot by Alex McElgwin. Nice little feed there by Vasquez, finding his teammate. Gets it over to Roland Vandahay. And he puts it in. Now just a 1-point lead for Madison Edgewood. Shot from outside, and that is no good. And Vasquez gets the rebound. 2-on-1 break. Nice little feed to his teammate, and another and one opportunity. If they get up to Roland Vandahay, and he puts it in and earns himself a free throw. Did ask the coach Vandahay or Vandahay, and one thing we all went with high on that. So he makes the shot. Nice job with Vasquez starting that fast break and then finding his teammate. That's going to be out the front of the rim and no good. 5:44 and counting down. See the big fella Jackson Baker back in the game. He was out during that time of Fond du Lac came back in this game. Step back 3-point shot. That is no good. Fond du Lac comes up with a rebound. Vandahay ends up losing the ball, and coming up with it is Alex McElgwin. Straightaway shot off the front of the rim. He gets that one to go. Nice shot. Straight away by Jackson Ochter. The second three of the ball game. There's a 3-point basket from the left side. He is good. Nice shot from Fond du Lac's Edgar Gomez. This is drilling him from long distance. 17-16 the lead. Sticker's going to get it into the big guy again, and it comes up a little off to the left on that shot. A lot of defenders on him at that time for Baker. Finding Cardinals with the basketball. Good for another. They passed up the 3-point opportunity. And back down the corner, and this time they're going to shoot it. That one's going to miss, and Baker gets the rebound. Here come the Edgewood Crusaders. 4:05 and counting down in the first half. Fond du Lac and the Edgewood Crusaders going at it. And they give him a little bump there. Baker loses control of it, off his hands, out of bounds, and that's their way to handle Baker that was really dominating at the beginning, is just be a little physical with him, give him a little bump, and hope we get called for a foul. They didn't. And ends up off his hands and out of bounds. Fond du Lac basketball. A little back cut. That's some high little stuff right there. A little cut along that right side and taking it in. Jackson Bogues gets a nice feed from his teammate. Good recognition, and earns himself a free throw. And that is nothing but net. Just points for Jackson in the ball game. Got some pretty good basketball IQ out of these sixth graders out here. You know, when they're overplayed on the corner, you go back door on them and make a race for the basket. And Bogues saw that, got himself fouled, made the first free throw, misses the second. Fond du Lac now leading 18-16. Crusaders with the basketball. Baker has it, gets it back out on top. Again, wherever Baker is with the ball, Fond du Lac is very aware that he is there with that basketball. Three-pointer on the way, high bounce off the rim, and Baker's going to get fouled. And it was a good block actually by Jackson Bogues, but it was Roland Vandehei that ended up getting the foul. Baker at the line to shoot a pair. 3:16 left here in the first half. Makes the first free throw. Second free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. And a nice rebound there from Jackson Bogues. Still a 1-point lead for Fond du Lac. Three-pointer up, and that one is no good. Pulling Flad with it, and Baker goes up strong in the left side and puts it in. Lead change now with Madison Edgewood, the Crusaders with the lead. Long three on the way, overshot just a little bit. Maybe a little battle for the basketball again, and loose and coming up with it is the Crusaders being hounded by about three Fond du Lac players, and Fond du Lac comes up with the ball, trailing by one, 19-18. Boy, what a pass from half court. Ball is outside now, it's loose, and Fond du Lac with the basketball. Flad has it, goes in strong on the right side, draws a foul on that right side, and 2 free. 11 points so far in this game. First free throw from Flad. It spills off the rim to the right, no good. And I got sixth grade basketball right now, an eighth grade game coming up after this with Brookfield East and Wanakee battling. And we'll wrap things up here with Fort Atkinson taking on Brookfield East later on for the last game of the day. All the cars will be heading home in a hurry to watch the Packer game tonight. Okay, so Edgewood, the Crusaders with the basketball. Some little hounding man-to-man full court pressure with Asquez playing some tight defense, but missed shot there. The putback shot comes up short. And Baker, I'm going to get in there, and I'm going to try. For one thing, I'm going to get my hands on it. Once I do, you won't get it out of my hands. And Good recognition on that when one of the shorter players gets it. He just runs right up there and ties it up and gets the ball back in the hands of the Crusaders. And Baker, boy, he's he powers it through the defense right back in his hands and goes up and finishes. Baker with another bucket. And there's a basket for Fond du Lac's Brady Nelson. Second field goal of the game. Crusaders with the basketball. 1:30 and counting down here in the first half. Here at Fort Atkinson High School. And another tie-up. This time it'll go Fond du Lac's way. Yeah, the younger they get, the more you're going to see tie-ups in there because that ball's just down there for everybody to grab. And not quite strong enough to rip it through there and get it away from that situation. Oh, a nice little move to the basket. Coming up short and getting fouled on his way to the basket. Owen Flad looked like he was just going to stop or maybe pass the ball off and then just made a beeline around that right side, but he draws a foul. Owen Flad at the free throw line. And that is good. They're tied at 21 apiece. .21 apiece with 1:12 left on the clock. The next one, that bounces around no good, and Baker rips down the rebound. Crusaders with the ball in this tie ball game. Look underneath. And nice move underneath the basket and putting it in. He is number 35. That is Lucas Sanders getting the basket. Now a three-point shot up front of the rim, no good. Baker gets it, and he's heading down the court in a hurry. Job by keeping control of it. Almost got it knocked away by Vasquez. And Fond du Lac ends up with a basketball. They're going to pass it up now. Get it up to Jackson Octor. He'll kick it back out to the right side. Three-pointer on the way, and that is a little too strong. Vasquez gets it. Little step. They're going to have a foul on that shot. So if they're going to call a travel, or if they're going to give him a foul on a defender, the defender gets the foul. Vasquez at the free throw line misses the first free throw. That one also no good. The Fond du Lac chases down the rebound. Austin Giesland chases it down, but it ends up in the hands again of the Crusaders. Long, a three on the way. 4 feet behind the three-point line. Yeah, two-thirds court shot blocked at the buzzer. And that's how we'll end things here with the Crusaders leading 23-21. And we'll be back in the second half in just a short while from Fort Atkinson High School.
Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League Premier Court games can be viewed on YouTube at WPYBL and Battleline Films. View more video content from each tournament on the channels and visit WPYBL.com to order your individual and team highlight films from the season, official Premier League clothing, tournament information, and more.
This is absurd. I just need to know which one of you is going to fix this.
Hey, don't look at me. Everything was fine until the electrician got here.
No way. I had everything under control until the plumber showed up.
Oh, hey, babe. You need anything?
Just go upstairs, Ed.
Tired of the blame game? Call Cardinal, your one-stop shop for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Okay, Fond du Lac Cardinals in the huddle right now, getting ready here for the second half of action with the Crusaders of Edgewood leading this game 23-21. Pretty physical, pretty active game for a sixth grade basketball game. That's going at it pretty good there, getting pretty physical. Got a lot of good skill on these guys too, so a pretty bright future for these sixth grade basketball players. And we're glad to be joined up with Battle Line Films. Got Mitch and his crew here bringing you all the great video action here on this Premier Buckets court. I'm Steve Witterhack, and if you'd like to look into maybe having some special attention to your young basketball player, they can definitely do that at Battle Line Films. Do a great job with that, or you can have your team focused on. And remember, the Battle Line Films also same company that takes care of when you go to a state tournament and the big state tournament game is going to start for the championship, and they had that nice video from the previous days, from the semifinals and things like that. Lights go down, and all that great excitement builds it all up for the big championship game, and that's Battle Line Films that puts that together. It's top-notch stuff, and we're glad that we are part of their video presentation that they have here at Battle Line Films, and in conjunction with the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League. I'm Steve Witterhack. Dan DeMass just kept on getting a hold of me till I finally said yes, that I was available to be here today. So I love being here, watching some up-and-coming basketball. I like to call the high school games, and like to see the future of high school basketball on the court with these 4th through 8th graders. They said they got the top-notch teams in all those age groups, and they really did. It's an honor to be asked to be in this league. Esquez gets it, kicks it out to the right side for Fond du Lac. Nice drive, nice take to the hole. As the coach has said, on the way for Jackson Bogues goes up and he puts it in. Nice control when he got up to the rim. We are tied at 23 apiece. Long way to go here in this, of course, the second half just starting, but we've seen a triple overtime game on this court today. We've seen a double overtime game, just the last game that we did with the two Vikings teams from Holman and from Wisconsin Lutheran. Fond du Lac with the ball in a 23-23 game. Here goes back. Squez up the lane, and just comes off the front of the rim, and coming up with the rebound was number 35, Lucas Sanders. Sanders has it on top. Pretty good ball handler behind the back and everything else, and you have to look at it. I just have trouble just dribbling the basketball normally. And Granson's very good at that. Showed me all of his little tricks yesterday when we got to the gym. Nice drive, but that's going to be overlaid. Vasquez battles for the rebound, gets it. Still in the hands of Fond du Lac. 3-point shot up, but that is no good on the shot by Bogues. Goes out of bounds, and Fond du Lac will retain possession. So opportunities for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, since they still have the ball yet. Esquez gets it, pulled 5-footer over that left side. Nice setup play there, and a little hesitation before he took off, but finally Vasquez takes off and gets the ball, puts it in. Gives the lead back to Fond du Lac at 25-23. Edgewood with the ball and a good defense, and eventually the ball going off from the Crusaders. It'll be Fond du Lac basketball. They'd like to extend their 2-point lead. Now 25-23. There we go, 3-point shot straight away. Not afraid to pump up the threes here in 6th grade. That one no good. And then the ball thrown out of bounds. It was Stater just kind of tossing a right pass there. A big guy, Lucas Sanders, and out of bounds. And the Cardinals with another 3-point basket, drilling one over from the left side. Putting in is Jackson Voges. He's got about 6 points in this game. This guy's disrupting the inbounds pass, and Crusaders will keep it yet. They're glad to have that back. Edgewood with the basketball, but trailing now by 5. Fond du Lac opening up a 5-point lead. Get it down low, and looks like a 3 now, and then the Crusaders will get the ball after that tie-up. Well, I think Mike now, he's the kind of the guy that's running the show here at Fort Atkinson High School, doing a great job keeping things moving. The main thing, especially when you have a double overtime and a triple overtime game, you're going to get behind a little bit, and that is a 2-point basket for Vasquez. The last couple of baskets for Fond du Lac. Vasquez is a fun little player to watch. Great defender out there, hustles, good facilitator all around both sides of the court. He's a nice player. We still have 2 more games to do after this tonight. Good job inside, knocking the ball away. Voges knocked it away, and Fond du Lac comes up with it. Voges from the left corner up and back to the rim, no good. And again, Vasquez with a steal, chases down the ball handler and comes up from behind and didn't know he was there and grabs it from him. And it's going to be touched before it goes out of bounds by the Crusaders. It'll remain Fond du Lac basketball. We've got an 8th grade game coming up next at Brookfield East in Wanakee, and then we've got another 8th grade game finishing it out here with the hosts Fort Atkinson and Brookfield East. Looking forward to some good basketball yet before we're out of here. So Edgewood with the ball. Max Miller brings it up, set things up from the top of the key. Pass inside. That one's going to be missed from about 5 feet out. Baker gets the rebound. Then we have a tie-up, and Fond du Lac's going to get it back. Not getting it back. It'll be Edgewood that gets it back, and then they block the inbounds pass, but it goes off from Fond du Lac anyway. It's going to go off from Edgewood. Looked like it was going to be Edgewood's basketball, but no, it's going to be Fond du Lac's. Vasquez brings it over half court now for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. 3-pointer from the left corner, top of the backboard, no good. And getting the rebound, number 35, Lucas Sanders. Tenacious defense. They're finally going to come up with another. Voges with a steal. Goes up with the left hand and puts it in. Defense turns into offense for Fond du Lac. And a timeout on the court. We'll do the same back after this. We'll be back at Fort Atkinson High School right after this.
Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League Premier Court games can be viewed on YouTube at WPYBL and Battleline Films. View more video content from each tournament on the channels and visit WPYBL.com to order your individual and team highlight films from the season, official Premier League clothing, tournament information, and more.
And Steve Wooderhack with you on this Saturday. Packers Saturday. They got the Bears tonight. Have you ever wondered how long does it take to eat a piece of Rocky Rococo's pizza when you're calling a game? It takes about an hour and a half. Hour and a half to eat a whole piece of pizza. You got to keep on talking, and you got to have it chewed and swallowed before you get back on the air. So, yeah, about an hour and a half. Got good pizza and some great basketball here today at Fort Atkinson High School. Got a good one going on now. Fond du Lac pulling away now, 32-23. Tenacious defense on their part. Making shots and got themselves now a 9-point lead, 32-23. Clock still at 9:01. Nobody stopped the clock yet. We'll make this game just a hair longer. And shot put in by the Crusaders, Elijah Tenney. Vasquez with a little hesitation move, goes against 4 of the Crusaders. Gets it blocked. And here comes the Crusaders heading up the court now to try to tighten this game up. They're only down by 7 now. Defense again from Fond du Lac, man, they're down to the floor diving for balls and hands in every passing lane. No sound. Okay, 32-25, 8:25 left here in the contest. Then Bogues jumps the pass and gets it off to Vasquez to bring it up for Fond du Lac. Nice little move on that right side, going up, overlaying it though. That was a nice little move by Fond du Lac's number 1, Edgar Gomez. But he draws the foul into the line. It will be Gomez. This is the first free throw. Next one also misses, but Baker grabs the rebound. He's off to the races the other way. Drive in the lane is no good. Baker gets the rebound, misses the putback. And Bogues gets a block, and Baker's going to turn around. 10-footer misses badly on that one. Vasquez gets it. He's taking it down court, overshoots. And right in front of us, Mr. Dialer was crashing into the table. I'm glad he's all right. I was trying to make sure he didn't hit his head on the table. But I protect the equipment over here, but I've got to protect that head, Mr. Dialer. And Fond du Lac again with tenacious defense. And they're going to call a foul after the Vasquez gets the steal. And the foul is going to be called on number 4, Max Miller. You've got a frustration trying to get that ball back. It ends up fouling Vasquez. Getting pretty physical between Miller and Vasquez out there. Kind of had him held on to him there for a while again. He's fighting to try to stick with him, but Vasquez is having himself one heck of a game. Vasquez again just taking off the dribble. He finds his teammates. Another nice drive by Gomez. Again, Gomez goes to the rack and puts it in. Edgar Gomez. Some nice moments the last few minutes here. Fond du Lac back up by 9 now, 34-25. 7 minutes left. And they find the big guy, Kyler Duncan, all alone on the left side. He puts the basket in. A little crossover. Nice little dribble to get some space, and they're going to find Gomez again, and he's going to find the basket again. Boy, have some nice couple minutes here, Mr. Gomez. There was a 3 from the left corner. Baker going up, loses control of the ball, and it's going to be Fond du Lac basketball. Baker's getting a little frustrated out there. He kind of had his way with everybody early in the ball game, but he hasn't scored here in the second half. He had about 13, 14 points in that first half. Vasquez again sets up the outside shot, but they get out there to defend it. Vasquez creating some space, and the frustrating number 4 out there, and still kind of good with the Max Miller, and getting a little emotional about it. Go to battle between those two players out there. Under 6 to play, 10-point lead for Fond du Lac, up 37-27. Tenacious defense by Fond du Lac. They seem to be everywhere out there, like they have 7 guys on the court. Gomez disrupts another pass, and the Fond du Lac's going to come up with it again. So Fond du Lac with the basketball and a 10-point lead, up 37-27, under 5.5 and counting down here in this ball game. Was again has it out on top, and kind of willing to be a little more patient this time, and going in as Vogues. He's all right. Going to crash into a few people. Brings it back out to set up again. Vasquez. Oh, that's a good save, but that's going to break the hands of Baker again off to the races. Heading to the basket on that right side. Puts it in. Nice job getting the steal in the bucket on the other end. Jackson Baker getting his first points of the second half. And that is going to be a travel on Vasquez. And he had both of his feet. He didn't get the Giannis extra step in there. Giannis gets it. Baker gets it like a man on a mission to get it inside, and he finds his teammate. So that's going to come up short. Baker will go rip down the rebound. In trouble getting control of the ball, but does get it into the teammate's hand. Alex McGilligan has the ball, then ball again going to be tied up. Well, good battling out there by Fond du Lac. They're not afraid to get down and dirty to get the basketball. Three courts going here. The middle school court's also going here at Fort Atkinson. All part of the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League. Glad you could join us here this afternoon and this morning. Things started bright and early, before 8 o'clock this morning already. I was here nice and early. Get my grandson over by Fox Lake, and Pond played in this, and a chance to watch them play a couple of games today. Oh, that was going to get blocked by Baker. Nice job in that shot by Grayson Dyler. Baker again, and he's a runaway train heading down the court, and ends up getting fouled at the end of it. But he's got a mission once he grabs that ball here in the second half. He's going to take it down the court with an attitude down there, and that's good. I like seeing that out of the young man. He's playing intense basketball. It'll be a good one. Baker misses his first free throw. It's my fourth game that I've called today, and have had Battle Line Films here the whole time, bringing all the video for the games. Takes the next free throw. Set the cameras, and we do have a timeout. We'll do the same back after this at Fort Atkinson High School.
Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League Premier Court games can be viewed on YouTube at WPYBL and Battleline Films. View more video content from each tournament on the channels and visit WPYBL.com to order your individual and team highlight films from the season, official Premier League clothing, tournament information, and more.
Hey, welcome back to Fort Atkinson High School. I am Steve Winterhack, and nice little ball game here. Fond du Lac opening up a 7-point lead now, 37-30. Looking at some full court pressure being applied by the Crusaders of Edgewood. And we got another tie-up that's going to happen, and it should be the Crusaders basketball after this. A lot of tie-ups in the ball game. Like I said, I've seen mostly the 7th and 8th grade games today. This is 6th grade, so tends to be a little bit more with the basketball being tied up numerous times during the game. Yeah, it's an Edgewood trying to get back in this. Just down by 7 right now. Plenty of time. 3:45 left. Rebound after that missed shot. Good job by Alex McGelgan going up, getting the rebound. I said I've got a couple 8th grade games I'll be covering yet tonight. If you're bored, you just want to watch a little more high school, and I should say middle school and grade school basketball. Got it for you, but I've got some middle school stuff, a couple 8th grade games after this. Get into the big guy inside Baker. He finishes. Got himself quite the monster game, which I'm sure he normally has anyway. Holmes has it out on top, gets it back to Vasquez. Eastland dribbles off to his left and hands the ball forward to Jaden Vasquez. No hurry for Fond du Lac right now. Clock is their friend. They're up by 5. 37-32. I think you run about a minute or so off the clock and then end with a basket or something. Under 3 to play. You like having that ball in the hands of Vasquez as much as you can. Definitely their main ball handler for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Pretty much what they do, every other player that has it. Vasquez just says, I'm going to take it in now, and did everything right, just a little hard off the glass. And the Crusaders get it back. They want to tighten this thing up now. They're only down by 5, 37-32. And Baker launches up a 3-point shot. That is no good. And nice job again by Fond du Lac taking the ball away. And looking up the court, Vasquez, they lead him a little bit too much. Tried to maybe hit off from Baker's leg, but now Crusaders heading down the other way, starting to sense a little urgency in their game. Let's drive to the basket. That is no good. And Bose goes up and rips down the rebound for Fond du Lac. Here we go. Cardinals in the lead. Vasquez gets it. They'll bring it out and set it up and see if they can kill some clock right now. Giesland has it out near half court. Started by Baker. He'd love to steal it right there and go in for a lay-in the other way. 1:30 left and counting down. Still a 5-point lead for Fond du Lac. Vasquez gets cut off but finds his teammate over on the left side and putting it up and putting it in. Brady Nelson gets the bucket for Fond du Lac. That's got to be a travel once you start rolling. And it is. Love the effort out there from Lucas Sanders, but to try to get to his teammate, he had to kind of do about a quarter roll there, and that's always a travel. 1:11 left in the game. And I got Brookfield East. It's going to be playing Wanakee, coming up an 8th grade basketball right after this game, and then Fort Atkinson taking on Brookfield East in 8th grade basketball. So we're going to see Brookfield East in a couple games. 2 games in a row here to wrap things up here from Fort Atkinson High School. Yeah, scheduled time on the next game was supposed to be 4 o'clock, but triple overtime and double overtime will catch up with you. And nice job, nice little pick. Baker coming around there hot, and a nice job by Fond du Lac's number 3 Brady Nelson. So I'm going to take the shot if I have to for my team to win this ball game. Oh, that one gets knocked away, and Baker comes up with it, going in strong on the right side. He's going to draw the foul, and he's going to get 2 free throws. Fond du Lac leading 39-32. Looks like Jackson Baker would like to take this team right on his shoulders and see if we can get him back in this game. He gives himself a couple free throws with 43 seconds left and a 7-point deficit for Edgewood. First free throw, that rattles in and then out. $18 points in the game so far for Jackson Baker. What a game. What a player. Next one goes in. Nothing but net on that shot. Look at 19. 42 seconds on Bogues with the ball. Fond du Lac to eventually get into the bonus situation. Not there yet. Bogues will inbound. And sometimes you want to have some of those fouls. It's good to get some fouls built up in case you need them later on to stop the clock and make the team you're playing have to make some free throws. Try to secure the victory. Fond du Lac with a 6-point lead, 39-33. Eastland gets the inbounds pass, and then he gets fouled immediately. It is 4 fouls on Edgewood. The foul, which they're trying to get right now. That'll be 6 fouls, so they need one more to. It is 1-on-1, so they must have got to that point. Maybe it is just it is 7 fouls. They had it wrong. They're kind of a foul behind, but 7 fouls now on the Crusaders this half as a team. There's still 29.5 seconds left on the clock. Free throws up, and that's what the Crusaders wanted. They wanted to get that ball back without a free throw being made and chip away. They're 6 points down with 22 seconds left. A lot of time coming off the clock. And a timeout taken by the coach of Edgewood. We'll be back after this here at Fort Atkinson High School.
Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League Premier Court games can be viewed on YouTube at WPYBL and Battleline Films. View more video content from each tournament on the channels and visit WPYBL.com to order your individual and team highlight films from the season, official Premier League clothing, tournament information, and more.
Okay, all the instructions by the head coach of Edgewood for her troops out there, and we'll see what they came up with, but 19 seconds left, almost 20. Gonna inbound the ball, get it over to Jackson Octor. See Max Miller. Shot missed inside, and Bogues gets a big rebound for Fond du Lac. That's good for Fond du Lac. That. I got to work in Fond du Lac 5 days a week. I go over there for the morning show at a radio station in Fond du Lac, and we're talking over there. Got to keep those people happy over there. So be happy if their future basketball players will take care of business here tonight. The future varsity players. Any of these guys, I'm sure, will be main players on the varsity court when they get up there. Bogues makes the first free throw, big one. It's up 3 possessions. Both of them look good, look rock solid on those free throws. 40-33 now with 10 seconds left. Fond du Lac's going to come up with a victory here at Fort Atkinson High School. As the time will expire, and Fond du Lac wins 40-33 over Edgewood Crusaders. Way to go, Fond du Lac Cardinals. So that is it for that 6th grade basketball game. If you were keeping track, we have 2 more games yet tonight, and our next game will have Brookfield East taking on Wanakee. We'll have that for you, so make sure you tune in. You will watch that on WPYBL.com. Thanks for joining us for this Fond du Lac Edgewood Crusader game here at Fort Atkinson High School.